I hope AJ lives so I can use this model more.
A question for you. Do I get top bunk or bottom bunk?
What did you pick?
Raven doesn't really care.
You're the bottom bitch, so you can get on top.
Actually, I can tell you in 2 seconds.
Actually, the two of you.
Live at twitch.tv/rockcvrc.
It's a good thing that I'm
No,
not
actually, no.
live.
What is it?
I mean, the two of you
I
can
am.
work it out,
Do you
I'm
know
sure. But well, we can just
We're
make
gonna
sure
share a bed,
it's
don't worry.
Poker.
Raven's top.
What?
King went over that Raven has not been sleeping too well, and she.
Perfect.
Oh. I keep losing leg track.
Can't wait to see the map. Really excited.
Mhm.
Right,
you two are
well-
doing great work with it.
Let's head inside.
All right. Moment.
Fix my full body. It's just-
This ring is gonna fucking hurt if I punch someone with it.
Oh yeah, probably. All right. Oh wait. Oops.
How's your arm tracking?
It's worse. I don't understand how it's worse.
Must have been the angle.
Hi. What's up?
I need to remember where I stored all my junk. Oh yeah. I just wrapped it up and put it on the shelf here.
How you doing?
Yeah, pretty good.
I have to find a new place to put the lockers, but it'll be fine. For now. Oh. Wait.
That's good to hear.
Hi.
Hello, Miss Foxglove. How have you been today?
Very well.
Oh, hey.
Perfect. I see Mr. Slick has finally fixed most of the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Very good of him. Right.
This looks so good. I'm so happy. Are you practice?
Yes, sir.
Join you.
Just walked in.
What the hell is that? Wait a second.
You just
Mm-hmm.
who the hell is that?
I don't know.
Hey,
Hi.
Who the hell is this?
Excuse me.
Age. Wait, what?
Hey, it's AJ.
Hmm.
Who is that?
AJ.
I thought he
Never forget a voice.
I thought he was taken.
Don't ask me.
That's
Seen that he
concerning.
was, but I guess they let him free.
very-
Or let him go for the time being.
Yeah, that's what's worrying me. Why?
Why wouldn't they? I mean, I don't see any reason.
Strange we're talking about here.
Oh wait, what happened?
You remember on the train, that cat
Mhm.
thing's the one that dragged him off.
Well, yeah, I remember that. I don't know what happened after.
I don't either.
Hmm.
Oh,
Maybe we could ask.
I don't even know what that fucking cat thing is. I don't know what power it holds. We could have
It's,
taken it over some.
works
wire
for
and
a
just-
council member.
Really.
Radio man.
Mm-hmm.
So what?
What do you
What
say
is-
around it?
Well, I
Be
kind of
very
told it.
polite.
Kind of told everyone that the other
We'll see
time
how
it was
far
here.
it tries to push itself. I'll decide how I want to treat it by then.
Worked pretty closely with Toku for a while there, so just be polite around.
You understand? At the moment, I don't have any reason to be polite to it, considering the display of power it decided to show back on the train. That excessive
Yeah.
display of force. I couldn't care less about that fucking.
Yeah, that's why I'm worried about you doing something to get its attention on you, because I don't want that display of force, that show of power being directed at you at all.
Yeah, just be
I get the
careful or you might get
concerns.
lasered.
I'm not an idiot.
I think
I'm
it's
not gonna get-
plasma.
Whatever. it
Same
is, I'm not gonna
difference.
get hit by it.
What's plasma?
Yeah.
The fucking cat thing.
Kappa, not here, but we're getting him up to speed.
Because apparently, AJ's back. Doesn't really look like himself, but he's here.
What do you mean doesn't look like himself?
He's got a baller ass jacket
Look at
on.
him.
You can see for yourself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looks
Weird, but I'm more confused as to what the hell happened, because he got dragged off the train by Victor's daughter.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Didn't know you were sleeping.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Sorry, I'm just
So-
looking around.
mm-hmm. So you're AJ? Or I heard?
Yeah, I'm AJ.
Oh. Alright, I'll be sure to remember that. You just look slightly different.
I guess. Do you have any idea which room is free or bed?
It's first come, first served. We're working on setting up, like, name tags or whatever. Eventually, that'll be a thing.
Right. Okay.
It's kind of confusing.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I'm
this
gonna
bed
look
is
around.
mine. I don't know what anybody else's is, but we'll eventually have name tags, so it'll be a lot easier to tell.
Oh, here's hoping I get the top bunk. I don't think I could fit in that little small space.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's the best idea. Just till we know, be Hey. This is weird.
Seems sort of official.
Actually, really weird.
Mm-hmm.
AJ's just back. Just like that. Taken as a traitor during a shotgun
Well,
killing.
everyone else who was dragged off
Right.
came back. Well, except the like one person, but
Yeah, but they weren't taken by Victor personally for further interrogation. Hey, you okay? You look
hi.
really different.
I'm fine. Just came to a few revelations.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hoping everything went
Oh,
well with
looks
Victor.
different
You know,
too.
got any trouble there?
It's always like this. We just did a few renovations, moved things around the room.
Yeah, Nick and I have been
Some-
working really hard to redecorate.
Yeah, you remember clearing out all these rooms?
Of course I do. I spent
Yep.
goddamn who knows how long while all of you guys were at PL.
Hmm.
Your efforts have finally paid off.
Go to that place.
Hmm.
You should go sometime. It's not bad.
I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it's an enjoyable establishment.
Sure, there could be some interesting,
See some
things.
interesting
Not the
things
biggest-
These are some high stools and low tables.
Gambling and such, and so I think that's why I've
Indeed.
There's
Don't
no
have any-
gambling at the place.
Yeah,
Ain't it
they don't have any. Technically.
The only way form of money earning I know about is when they host that glass platform game.
So,
Rare.
have you had any
Mhm.
luck recently trying to procure some of your
Imagine.
Um,
interesting plans?
I don't know.
Nothing more since last week.
Well, I was
Right.
shooting at that scorch mark on the wall, so I'll get that.
Out of actual curiosity, are these tables a little low?
They are, don't you think?
Yeah.
They were
Nothing
the
that
thing
can be
from what
fixed.
we have found here. Indeed.
more of an
Probably-
oversized coffee table.
I mean, if people want to eat, we have that counter over there to eat.
Mhm.
That's true.
Eh,
It is better than nothing. I can assure you
That is true.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Although honestly, it's
Oh,
much better to
that's
have
what I get
that
back.
big TV than the old
I
one
do
we
not
had
know.
that was cursed and altered.
We got
Yes,
rid of
that old
one.
dreadful
Dark
thing.
TV.
Yeah, the one that Greg destroyed.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yes, we have acquired that TV. It's just the fact that it's not plugged in at the moment. And we probably should wait until we actually get either some sort of streaming service or the internet back up. Probably
Mhm.
would matter a lot more than getting the TV connected.
Must have been
In due
Seth
time,
being,
they'll be sorted.
busy wiring it up.
Indeed, you should have seen Slick trying to put in some of the cables. Right. As it actually came out as good as it has. Considering that majority of the second floor is collapsed.
what the hell even was this place before we took it?
It appears it used to be a very old museum.
Oh shit.
The damage from upstairs, is it water damage or is it like something crash into it?
Who knows? If there's any metal parts, it's been stripped clean
Hello,
over the
girl.
years.
Scavengers.
Over the
maybe?
centuries, probably.
Hi.
Mm.
Good evening, Miss Carol.
How are you today?
Hi. I'm acceptable.
That's good to hear.
That is really good to hear, indeed. But yes, just time to cruel mistress, I believe, is the only explanation that actually we have.
Sorry, say that again. I didn't.
I said time is a cruel mistress. It's the only explanation we have other than going back in time and watching the events of unfold of how the
Yeah.
third floor collapsed onto the second.
In due time, we'll sort that problem out, won't we?
And it might just it might,
Curtain in the Cullings.
What?
I don't believe
Did we lose
have.
anyone from the Hollow in the Cullings?
No.
We did
Okay,
not.
that's good.
I don't think so.
We're
Nope.
gonna have to get some to review
Although I
what
didn't
they
get to
said.
see from where I was.
Modulators.
They asked, did we lose anyone from the recent culling? You weren't. Well, you
I
were
see.
present for the recent culling.
Oh, trust me, I got a front row view. Luckily, I didn't see anyone from the Hollow there. Mostly just... I don't even know what they were, just attachments from another part of the Whispers, I assume.
Oh, I
A few
heard.
people were dragged up there, but thankfully they came back unscathed.
Indeed. And we are very fortunate to have you back.
Yeah, does anyone know when Flicker Eyes?
Absolutely
I
no
do
clue.
not.
Nope.
Perhaps in.
No idea.
I believe he might be on a scavenging run.
Right.
Indeed, he might be back in an hour or perhaps less. I don't know how long their Tuesday scavenging runs usually take. I assumed by now it would have been over, but apparently not. Yes. Right, other things that while some of us are here, who here knows how to cook? I'm quite curious.
Mute does.
Because I'm going to be making a list. Besides Mute, I've heard that there's a couple more actually.
Depends on what it is.
Not. Depends on what it is, okay?
I'm real good at cooking some soul food, so
Mhm.
anything like that, I got you.
Right. Miss Raven?
I can cook small meals here and there. Nothing too extravagant now.
Right. How about you? Mr. AJ?
Do I look like I've ever needed to cook in my life?
Doesn't hurt to ask a question. Miss Foxglove, Miss Carroll? Either of you?
Yeah, I can probably cook a
I
little
know how to
bit.
heat up ramen.
Nothing
I
too
cook
fancy,
some
but
miscellaneous
nothing too
things.
fancy. But if I had to,
Right. Well, then I guess I'll be talking with Miss Mute on the scheduling for dinners. Because I know how to cook myself, I can probably cook for the entirety of the Hollow. And how many guests we have.
I've never cooked for that many
So?
people, though. Only for myself, usually.
The best I
Right, I
can
had a
cook is char-grilled chicken. And by char-grilled, I mean that's literally the consistency of the chicken when I'm done. It's charcoal.
Right.
Goddamn, you
so we
make me
probably
sad.
shouldn't have you cook then.
Might make good fertilizer.
And that's why you got me lifting heavy objects.
Well, we'll definitely
We all have our
have
part to
meals with
play.
high protein content.
Yours just isn't cooking.
Does anyone have any dinners that they want to aim? If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure someone might be bringing Chinese food later today. But for future
Yeah,
dinners,
he said he was, yeah.
what does anyone want?
I suppose it depends on our budget. How much money do we have to spend on food?
That entirely depends on Mr. Slick and what sort of jobs we do, I believe.
Well, for now, we should just try and buy cheap shit in bulk instead of the more
Try not to get too
expensive
much junk
stuff.
food, though.
Yeah.
That is true, but we still
High
need...
protein, high carbohydrate.
Perfect. But yes, there's different many ways to do that. Just any particular ones that people want?
It's fairly
Can't think of
cheap
any
to
in
buy.
particular.
As far as carb goes, potatoes, rice, maybe cheap noodles. That can
Pass
keep
is quite
someone
good for that.
full.
That could work. We
Not a
can
lot of
definitely...
body to it.
Wait, I remember something. Shade, didn't you say you were a baker?
Used to be. Yeah. It's not
You
exactly.
can make
you know-
bread.
Yeah, I can make quite a few things actually in that regard.
It was
So much
very
cheaper than
useful,
buying it
actually.
outright.
Indeed, it usually is.
Yeah.
If we
we've
can
got an oven,
get you
I
the
could do
proper
quite a bit.
resources. Very good. But yes, in terms of the food, then that is settled. Much is good.
I mean, there's
Does
still
anyone
the
else have
opinion of a few
anything?
people who were not present, but
Well, of course. But I plan to go with them over either the group chat or...
Yeah.
whenever I see them. But yes, is there anything else anyone wants to bring up at the moment? That was my one thing that I needed to.
Can't currently think of anything.
Sometime soon I'll need people to go with me to help try and find ingredients again. I still only have half of what I need.
We could definitely
well,
do
Kara,
that.
I'll be more than happy to join you if you need assistance.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're going
I'll make
out,
sure
a
I
bit of
let you know.
protection wouldn't go astray.
Right.
Let me know the day.
I
and I'll
might
be
join you
free.
as well. I was going to.
Remember
I was looking for some
Lord
of that,
Free?
for some Deadly Nightshade for you last time, but
I need to talk to
I couldn't
Gil
find
about
any,
some stuff,
so-
actually. And you,
maybe this week.
maybe
Okay.
Cecil as well, looking into those bikes,
Make sure I
getting those
write
active
everyone
for us,
down
if we can.
and let you know.
That does make 3 of us, so.
Oh, the ones that are at the police station?
Yeah.
We got some pretty good techies here, so worth a shot.
Wasn't there also cars down there? Should we also try and get those?
Those might be a bit harder. A lot more onboard systems, you know.
I think
All else
Slick
fails, we
mentioned
could just
something
take the
about...
doors off.
Yeah, far as
Well,
I'm
our
aware,
Russian
Darius
friend
has
wants,
already
yeah.
taken one.
Yes.
I fucking thought
He was
so.
very happy about that.
Indeed.
I mean, after our last mission, literally, he had one of them. He had his original one shred to bits, so not surprised he nicked one
Bastard
while on
almost
mission.
fucking died. Smart enough.
Well, at least now he has his police protection, in a sense. But yes, that actually brings up another good point. Does anyone need anything from other people? Any specific items when we go out? And place our thoughts and prayers to our little church group on Sundays?
Of course.
Be rather good to probably collaborate.
Mhm.
At this point, we kind of have to. It's too dangerous to go out alone.
Indeed. especially when we have been given the order to stick in groups of 3 and in some occasions 2, which is what I'm probably going to assume just to social occasions like the Purple Lotus and the meat rack.
Probably.
Get some cable ties while you're out.
What was that?
Always
Get
useful. Retrieve some cable ties.
while you're out.
That should be pretty easy to pick up. But any real big things, that's the true things we're looking at. Small things that you can buy at the local store should be fairly easy to acquire. And you were saying, Crunch? Something?
Other than working with the techies,
Something
I can't think of anything.
Somewhat off topic, but
Not on my end,
wanted
anyway.
to check out this whole meat rack place. I've been hearing a lot about it. Wanted to go out at some point.
Mm.
But considering the people within Saphira City, personally wouldn't even feel safe going out there myself just because of how I know them to be.
I mean,
So if
I'm
anyone
gonna
is
It's
be
been
real
pretty
with you.
fun.
A long ass time ago.
They're very
there
interesting
were
people there.
Reports. A longest time ago, there were reports of mainly fallen activity around that meat rack area, but then apparently, because of recent events, they've skedaddled, or maybe they're still around. I don't know.
We were there a couple of days ago. Some of us
hmm
saw quite a few fallen. Out of color,
I see.
but definitely
Yep.
them.
Well,
Still be
I've been
careful,
there
everyone.
once. It's a neutral zone, so to speak, so it is safe to go there. If someone tries to pull out a gun,
Yeah,
everyone else
no
does and
aggression.
shoots and points at you, so... Exactly, no aggression, so it is a safe place for us, at least at the moment. If we need to
Copy.
catch a breath when we're out and about.
hmm
Just don't cause trouble, things go fine.
Precisely. But yes,
Try my
it
best not to do that. And
should be fun. It runs on Saturday and Sunday afternoons. I should be able to go this coming Saturday, I hope. It was a very interesting place, especially getting a gauge on said Fallen. A couple of them were singing, and one of them
It's
was playing the
interesting, they seem
piano.
pretty comfortable there. They
Indeed.
relax, they're off guard, some of them perform on the keyboard, on stage, and everything.
Precisely.
Very relaxed.
As much as it's a good spot for them, it's neutral ground.
No, of course.
We don't do anything with the fallen there. Violent or non-violent, just don't talk to them.
Well, that's the same consensus for
Mhm.
behavior. People shouldn't be talking with them. But they are nosy. The last time I went,
Yeah, well, I
Police can
mean,
kill people
things
who are
like that and
unarmed.
so forth.
yeah, because the blackout has worked lots of times in the past.
Hmm.
It's just a matter of principle. Just don't have anything to do with them for the time being. And
Yeah.
I mean, sure, we can talk to Slick about it if we need to, but
Considering there's an active kill order on them, this is a really bad time to try, any sort of interaction with them.
Well, of course.
I agree with this.
Yeah, because if you get seen doing that,
That's not a slap on the wrist now. That's a probably getting shot yourself. For not
That's meeting
following
the
O'Delly's
shotgun
order.
crew.
yeah,
Indeed. Right. Anyways, is there anything else people need help with? I understand you were searching for a CCTV setup, if I'm not mistaken, Jade?
few
Have
cameras
any-
and stuff we can set up around the district if we can. Maybe route them back to that police station we found. They have good infrastructure. Then that can be sent to us here.
I'm gonna be real.
Basically
No one
get our
has to
own
go all the way to do
surveillance of the
this, but I have a plan for something I'm doing with a bunch of
Items I've been collecting. If anyone finds a stop sign, please let me know. I can go pick it up.
if you find one.
Right.
hmm
I know it
Maybe
sounds
we can
weird.
look
while we're out.
Did you find
It's
a
gonna be
few? I
interesting.
found one for you. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, how many
One
do you
more,
need?
I think. I think I
Right.
need one more. Albeit extras would be more than welcome.
Especially
We can
if we come
definitely
up
put
against the
that down.
biker again.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a
Definitely-
weird request, but you've seen the shit I swing around.
I have seen it, yes.
It
But yeah, we
works.
can definitely get to some sort of document or something written up and put in like requests of what we need help with to go out because as I said, we need to collaborate from here on out whenever we go out.
Right, there's that to-do list that we wanted. We'll eventually have to.
Indeed.
Yes.
And we'll
that
definitely
up.
on our little forums that we have, we can definitely make a separate thread for it if need be.
Just don't get too busy in the next coming weeks. Be on call if you can.
Yeah.
No, of course, we have plenty of time to do the things we need to do. And
Of
to be on
course.
call. That's the other
Feel like
thing
we
I've
have
noticed as
priorities this
well.
week.
We have a very interesting lack of transportation. I've seen that we only have
Like
Greg's
getting
truck.
those bikes up and running would help.
That's a good
I've got
idea,
a
but
car.
Hmm?
Bikes,
Well,
if we're looking
I-
for
I've got
transportation, is
business in order
probably the
to
worst
support people,
idea.
but I've got
If
a
you have
car
a
if we
car?
need something.
Good for personal transport. Good for scouting, especially
Indeed.
scouting.
If you can actually send me that on our group board, we should be able to reserve a spot for it in the garage next to Greg's truck. I just need you to actually
Didn't
Put
Greg
something
have
on
2
there.
trucks?
I
He does.
believe so. I think he has one somewhere else and one at the Hollow at all times because
Yes,
he's
'cause
usually
he has
out
one that he
driving.
uses constantly because he's a trucker. And then there's
Mhm.
the one that we've got, which I'm pretty sure Slick wants to turn into some kind of like armored machine. So,
Nice.
I don't question what Gil and Slick do in their spare time. They like to tech things out ridiculously. So,
That's true.
They are the building sort.
Indeed. But yes, I'll definitely need that, and we'll definitely need a lot more, since our size is growing so large as of late. I know I'm a relative new recent addition, and there's already quite a few that have come after me, which I was surprised about. And it feels like there's more coming almost every other week. So more transportation, the better. If anyone knows how to drive, that is.
I mean,
Does anyone here know how to drive?
I know how to drive.
Then
Just
we should
haven't in a
probably
while.
secure you some sort of transportation, so you can transport others
Suppose.
as well when you're going out.
I imagine Slick can drive. Makes sense.
I'm pretty sure he can drive. Does anyone know if any of the others? Jackie, Gil?
I believe I overheard Jackie talking about wanting to take one of those bikes back at the police station, so I'd assume that they know how to drive one of those.
Right, that's a very good idea. We should probably get some of techies and whoever wants to spearhead that operation to go over there and get access to those bikes.
I
Guess
can
that'd be
handle that.
Gil's
Probably.
jurisdiction.
Indeed.
Well, hey,
And
when they come
probably
back later,
Slick's
I'm
as
sure you can
well.
ask them.
Indeed.
Sure.
But yes, other than that, is there anything else anyone needs?
No.
Hmm.
Is there anything? Go ahead.
Oh
Miss
no,
Watson?
I was just thinking.
Hmm.
I can't think
Is
of
there
anything.
anything you need, Mr. AJ?
Hmm. God, a flavor stick would be nice, but we don't have any of those.
What?
Did you say flavor stick?
Mm-hmm. They're compatible devices used to simulate taste or flavor.
I see.
I see.
Are they hard to acquire, or...?
Depends. Most bars don't accept synthetics, so you'll find them at the ones that do, but the ones that don't won't have any. So,
Yeah, that's a good point. We can put one on that. We can put that on the list if anyone's going by the industrial district. Check to see if they're selling anything over there.
Maybe we could ask
where they
the
would-
synthetics of the Purple Lotus. I see a lot of them there. If anyone would know, it would be other synthetics.
a lot of those synthetics are made with high-grade material and corporate stuff. More than likely, they don't have anything to offer us.
Well, that doesn't hurt to ask.
Even if they did, I honestly wouldn't completely trust them. I don't really know them like that.
Doesn't hurt still to ask. And we can determine if they're trustworthy or not, depending on what they tell us. And when I go to the Purple Lotus, I'll definitely ask myself, just to know where to look.
Only if they know
But-
any bars. Not if they have any of it themselves.
Of course.
We don't know what janky stuff they might give us if we get it straight from them.
Exactly.
Never
So you
trust
need to find some
people you
reputable
don't know.
sources then, rather than rely on inconsistencies.
Indeed. At least they'll point us in the right direction. As I say, always
rockets
do your
coming
own
around today.
research.
No idea.
Pretty sure they might be on the same scavenging.
Right, need to talk to them about some weapons.
I think a lot of people need to keep in mind that quite a few people here often don't show up on Tuesdays because they do a big scavenge.
Yeah,
Indeed.
work to do.
They usually go out on Tuesdays and Thursdays, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that.
Or is it? Yes. But yes, when they get back, we'll have a nice TLDR for them. When they get here. But yes, there is one thing I need all of you to do for me whenever we go out. It's more of a
What's that?
long period of things. I might need some help. Mostly from sticking to carrying back some larger equipment.
Heavy
Research-wise.
lifting. Not good for that.
Yes, I might need help with that.
I'm sure me and Crunch can
Possible.
take care of anything. Unless you're busy, Crunch.
Repeat that.
Nicholas needs help moving heavy objects. You and I would be more than capable of taking care of that unless you're busy.
I
Indeed.
got you.
But the more important problem right now is to find said equipment. We can't just stroll up into the local supermarkets and buy, yes, X-ray machine or anything of the like.
Is this
So-
in the medical
What
bay?
exactly are we looking for?
Well, it will be for medical, and it could be used for
Okay.
the lab I'm trying to set up. It could be used for many different things. That's just one example, though. It's anything of the similar like. Besides,
I
I'm
don't
pretty
think
sure.
everything from the police station has been taken out. We could let's just try in there first before going spending money anywhere else.
I have. It's been stripped. Everything has already been
Copy.
stripped and either sold off or just unusable since it's been so long since the police have actually been there.
Understood.
Not
Well
to
then,
mention the other whispers do tend to take their fair share. They take for every ant
Indeed.
hill.
And it was a Tiger facility, if I'm not mistaken, before all of the
Warming with them.
new graffiti went up already. It was already there when I was there for the first time. But yes, and the other thing is, when you do meet tigers and you proceed to take them off the table, if all of you can search for a couple of those vials, I do need my hands on those.
I
Since we
don't
have
think
none
regular
here.
tigers would be carrying them.
Very commonly.
No.
but-
I don't know. Do you know?
You
please
bet.
You never
say there's
know.
a few of them there.
Indeed.
Well, that's
well,
concerning.
there were
You never
quite
know.
a few of them.
That is why they're able to take the streets so quickly. It's because of those damned hulks. We don't have anything to combat that. That is where I'm coming in.
Hmm.
Best to make an effort, if anything.
Do you
Indeed,
think you
if
can
we
get
can.
access to study Bucky? I don't think it'd be very probable, but knowing certain weak points, or maybe Bucky has some experience with them, considering he fought 2 of them.
Let's be real, the second one he was almost losing.
Yeah, but he's been fighting non-stop during that thing.
Yeah, he'd been going pretty much all day at
Oh.
that point.
Honestly, I'll definitely ask, but I don't think I'll get much out of Bucky, since he is Bucky and in like a league of his own compared to us, compared to what we can do. I don't think any of us here, even with your exceptional strength, punch the Hulks to death like Bucky could.
The best I ever did was skewer
One's foot into the floor.
They are still flesh.
Indeed.
They're tough.
Give me a
but you
good
put enough
opening,
lasers in,
so
they'll
we'll try.
die. It's just not really
I can
efficient.
try talking to
It does work if we
JC
have
about it. I remember Bucky saying that they played Monopoly at JC.
JC's unavailable.
Right.
Poker.
Monopoly and
JC's
poker.
unavailable. Why?
No reason why, she's just unavailable. She's not here.
She's been
We could
here
always go
before.
ask.
Just have to wait for her to
Yeah.
come back then, I guess.
Come around from time to time.
Right, I have never actually fought against one of these Hulks before. I've seen them around, dead ones that is, and Bucky of course. But and I know some of you have already seen one. Would you mind describing what happens when they transform and how they walk around and fight? Any amount of detail and research I can preemptively get, the better.
I've never
So
seen one
what
transform.
Brother?
Go one at a time, please.
Never seen them transform, but they seem to just swing wildly when they fight. It's just smashing everything they can.
Right. No one has seen one transform?
I have. Myself,
Raven and Crunch have them.
Would you mind describing what you saw?
The time I saw it was the biker grabbed a whisperer and stabbed a needle into their neck. And then rapidly, like, their muscles started growing. Until they didn't even resemble the person they once were, just this enormous amount of muscle and flesh. They definitely had
Close to how
almost increased 4 times in size, maybe.
Curious.
close to how Bucky looks, just not as good looking. When I saw it actually did a lot more on his free will, it would seem. A couple of us were storming the police base, and he seemed to have run behind a corner as I was fighting another guy. Pull out one of the needles, take it, transformed right there, and I made sure to fucking dip out as Bucky dipped in.
Right.
So it
Was
does
the one
seem
you
that
fought
I'm on-
cognitive at all? Were they able to speak?
No,
no, they were not.
they just grunt.
Although they did seem a bit more intelligent at the police station. When we fought at the warehouse, just saw enemies and didn't see any allies. The ones at
May I
the station
suggest
at least
testing
were-
these on animals as opposed to humans? If
Well,
you
of
want to
course I'm
learn
not
their
gonna-
properties.
Of
Yes,
course I'm not going to
I'm
be
not-
testing on humans.
No.
That is...
Save the script. I saw a
Don't worry about that.
rat let me finish. I saw a rat transform, not a human, and tear up the fallen base on the day that I was gonna do my project.
Really?
Wait, how did the
Hmm.
rats?
Who was testing them at the fallen?
Normal
Apparently,
thing.
apparently, according to the person working on it, came back from the dead.
What? Wait, what?
By any chance, is this the same one that
Mm.
engineered the rat bombs?
No idea what the fucking rat bomb is, but
I heard about the.
I mean,
What the hell is with fallen and rats?
Depends
Hell is
for.
with fallen and explosives.
Who
Well,
knows?
Yeah, there.
well, if the serums work in rats, maybe they work on other things that aren't humans.
Yeah, Fox Club mentioned about using them.
the interesting part there is more of their properties
I
to,
wonder.
I guess,
Objective
re-energize
plan,
a corpse.
Hmm.
Indeed, that is very
Like
interesting.
vines on the wall. Would those grow to some incredible density and
But
form
I
like
would exercise caution.
essentially
out
crush the wall?
Yeah.
like the
It
stone
really
around
did
it?
tear up the fallen
We'll
base,
have
and
to
when
find
it
out.
died, it exploded into this pus.
Possibly.
Yeah.
We won't know until we test it.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
we
gonna
should
be
have
entirely
the
real
same
with
thing,
you.
or if this is something different, because
I don't have the capacity to smell, but my fellow fallen members were throwing up for hours afterwards.
If what AJ is saying is correct, and they did resurrect a rat from beyond, I don't want to know what happens to a natural corpse. That could be far worse than you imagine.
Perhaps. Especially
On
the
the plus side,
exploding
I'm completely immune.
pus. That is true.
Hmm.
That is a good point. I probably should get some sort of gas mask then, if that's the case. Save me from the fumes of it.
There.
I'd say, after hearing that, let the word be known among everyone here that we should probably back up after we've killed those things, if we do encounter them again, just in case. I'm not sure how often this thing may happen, but if they do explode, I doubt that it would be good to get any of that on us.
Not a good
From what
idea.
I heard,
Close
it
to
was an
begin with.
accident.
It's their biggest strength. Kill them from a distance.
Well,
Yeah,
do the
as
ones,
far as I'm-
did the ones at the police base explode?
No. I've
Hmm.
witnessed, well, 3 Hulks die, 1 didn't die. That was a friend of mine. He's sadly not around anymore though. But I've never seen a Hulk explode.
Would you mind
Neither have I,
describing
but-
your friend? And what happened?
He's dead
Small
now.
kid.
He didn't die from the serum. He died of other causes, but he was a good kid. Went by the nickname Roller. Actually, he even went by Knives as well, but he was a good
This
kid.
is a shame.
Honestly,
I'm very sorry
a
to hear
wonderful
that.
person to hang around with, and he actually survived taking the serum and changing back. Although it had obvious effects on his body, he didn't look the same
Hey.
afterwards.
I hate to ask this, but would you mind describing what he looked like afterwards?
Bruising, scarring.
Skin looked stretched. Well, obviously it would look stretched. He was forced to grow and then shrink.
He's also, a bit more violent. A bit more forward-spoken after it. He didn't really talk much. But after that, he kind of had a few anger issues, it felt like. But it's hard to gauge whether or not it's just because he's under stress, because soon afterwards he was shipped off to Milo City.
Well, he was going to be shipped off to Milo City, but then the boat sunk suddenly.
Right. Would you mind telling me of this Marlow City? I've only heard rumors
We don't
about
know.
something.
Hmm?
All we know it's a tiger city of some sort. People go there and they don't
Blech.
come back.
That's all we know.
But why would Whisperers be sent there?
We don't know.
No idea. We were really notice it ourselves as well.
Hmm.
Who made the order for that?
So I guess the rumors.
What was that, Crunch?
Who made the order for that?
Who made the order for
Delhi.
what?
Sending Roller to Milo.
Oh, surprising.
He sent. No, it is surprising. He made the order.
If
to
anyone would
send,
do that to their own people,
he made the order to send a whisperer to. A city
Yeah, why a
filled with
Tiger City
tigers?
though?
A tiger.
that's the
base.
weird part.
If I'm being entirely honest with you,
I don't actually believe for a second Marlow City is a tiger city.
That's why I'm so damn confused.
That would
Why
make
is
more
that-
What do you
sense.
think it
Why is that the
is?
consensus of it?
what do I think it is?
Could have been a
I
trade
think
deal.
it's. I think
Or
it's
someone
something more
else
confusing.
important
we
or
have
something. I don't know how the
we
higher
have
ups handle
seen
negotiation.
some of the people.
We have seen some of the people who are involved in that Milo City stuff. They're not really.
Gang-like to describe. They wear black and they often wear masks. Their mouths are
Mouths are
stitched shut
stitched.
and their eyes
Look glazed over like they're dead inside.
Some sort of fucking cult?
Minute there,
No,
it sounded like
culture.
shriekers.
Hmm.
No, they were not like Shriekers.
No.
AJ, I believe, can vouch for me here because
I don't know what they look
Shriekers
like.
don't look like that.
Can't tell
No,
you.
I mean,
what they
in the
look
sense
like.
No, in the sense you can vouch that Shriekers don't have stitched up mouths, glazed over eyes, and wear masks.
Or explain
No, they
realistic
do much
masks.
worse than that.
They explode.
We made a bargain with the person who was meant to be the leader of the Shriekers, Jimmy, a robot that led the Shriekers. We negotiated with him, traded Roller
I
for
don't
one
really
of
know
them,
what
and tried
Milo City
to
is.
question
At
them.
this point, thinking it's something else. It's
Jimmy
really why.
left with Roller and one of his Shriekers. And then we heard a beeping coming from the Shrieker he left behind. Shortly afterwards, it exploded. So, we got nothing out of it, or he got Roller.
Clarification. One
Shriekers. Because as Jimmy even said on that same day, that they were property of O'Delhi.
No, sorry, did I say Shriekers? They weren't Shriekers, no. They were the mask wearing.
Right.
You gotta give them some kind of name.
Name. Well, they were manning a boat, so we'd call them the crewmen. That's a good way to put it.
I was gonna say mask, but that could cover a few people these days, so
That's concerning.
crew members.
Hmm.
Yes. Let alone the fact there's also the time I had my legs chopped off. Once again, another gang was involved, wearing white.
Right.
Not black and white, just white. So I'm pretty sure.
Right.
I know
Other
that this is
distinguishing
main war.
features.
Involvement with Victor Strange. About it. But no, but mainly, this war may contain majority Whisperers and Tigers. There are clearly other gangs other than just the Fallen. There are whoever the crewmen are and whoever these White Hoods are.
Hmm.
Lots of mysteries.
So Strange has his own gang.
I don't know. I'd say ask him yourself if you're more than willing to risk your life.
No thanks.
Right.
I'm hearing a lot about this strange guy, but I'll be honest with that when I say that I have absolutely no idea who the fuck that is.
Honestly, to be honest,
I don't
we
either.
shouldn't even be saying his name. More times when we refer to him, it's probably better to refer to him as something else.
And
Oh,
why
okay,
is
it was
that?
the clear to use his name.
Apparently saying his name is like
A bad
a
omen.
trigger. A bad omen. That's a better way to put it.
If you believe in bad
Okay,
omens,
let's clear.
then
You were there, Raven when he said it was
Superstitions
Eddie's
are
name.
very far-fetched.
Hero
No,
Biel
I-
somewhere.
Yeah, he was kind of
I can
announced it to
guarantee
everyone
you,
last
the more
time.
you say his name, it does get worse and worse.
Yeah. He's not a
Right.
topic
Who the
for us
fuck
to
is he?
handle.
Even just
Works
even
with
without the
Toku
name, who the
a
hell is
bit.
it? Works with
All
Let
I know
Tofu
is
deal with
that indeed he's one of the apparently higher-ups that Toku is working with. As
Yeah.
Shado says.
He was able to tell who I was in a matter of seconds, so don't fuck with him. Alright?
Yes.
I don't have plans to fuck with anybody. I'm just trying to figure out who the hell these people are.
King Kim is
Running
listening to me,
with
man.
other gangs and such.
You probably
It's
knew
not
who
exactly
you were
clear.
because of the
Whoever he
Serum
is,
exchange.
he is
You were there.
ultimately on the Whisperer's side.
Hmm.
Hmm.
He seems to be working with
But most
Odeli.
of us,
At least
we
someone.
don't need to worry about him.
Yes.
Hmm.
Best not to worry our pretty little heads about him.
We have bigger problems to
Mm.
focus on, such as the Tigers and Adeli's current kill order on Fallen.
I think our most
And
pressing
the
issue
police.
is the CPD, since they're the
Yeah.
ones hunting us right now.
What are you gonna do? Fight the police force?
No, but we need to get ready for if they actually come here.
Daddy has the police
Fences
force.
preparations. I thought that was already on the roster.
Don't
Right.
we... Doesn't Odeli have the deals or something with the police?
He does. That's
Yes.
right.
That is why we don't mess
Apparently.
with the police?
Yeah,
I'll put it
that's
this
not what
way,
we were
okay?
told recently that they're hunting
The
us.
police want an excuse.
Okay. They're trying to mess with us.
The second you go out there and see a police officer and go, bang, congratulations, you've given them
No,
a reason
what
to
I
raid
mean
this
is
building.
they're looking for our base because they have reason at the moment.
We just don't give them
I don't
any
know.
way to find it.
What,
Don't give them a
Give
reason,
them a
take them
reason.
away.
You want
What
to go
reason do you
after
think that
police
they have?
officers? That's reason for them to have been
Although,
searched us even further.
No, we need to
Wait.
prepare this place in case they come here. That's the point.
I don't know, the
Because
little
they are hunting for
nightclub
this place
fiasco,
at the
that's a pretty
moment.
good motive for you.
well, what we know
Hmm,
is that they were
like-
searching the area, so they already know approximately where we are.
You have to deal with one.
Yeah, but none of them
Just
are
not
actively
exactly.
hunting this location and are close, other than
Mm.
CCTV.
I hate to
That's
say
the
it, there are a
case,
few
may
people who
not
left
because of Lono.
for the Fallen that I don't particularly
You heard that.
trust anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if any of them squealed.
I did.
Hmm.
But one to
Right.
the
Which means they already have all the motive they need.
there
for it,
is
and they're looking for
a-
this location, and they know roughly where it is.
if they do know the overall idea or like
There's only so much
area
we can
that we may be
do.
in, then I
Enemy
apologize
dynamics
that
about the Fallen.
I may not
If we just leave the Tiger,
you may not see me here
they're
too
gonna
often.
swarm
Then.
the whole district.
Well, if
My
they
own
did,
For my own safety.
That is so
wouldn't they already know where we are?
It's alright.
Yeah, but we have the
What?
entire rest of the Whisperers to pit against.
If
the
they if
You'll need
if
to
they
give
did
up, guys.
squeal, wouldn't they already know where we are?
This hollow
Gotta
specifically.
stay alive for my mom, who is
The Whispers can hold it for a
It
while.
depends. Are they smart
Make
enough
sure
or
this
stupid
place is
enough?
safe,
If you
then
give
we
them
can get back
everything,
to-
congratulations, they have no need for you. If you keep them
No
on
one
a
else is
lead,
hunting us.
then they have to keep you around, protect you.
Hmm.
Oh.
Well, we already are planning our defenses
Speaking of
against
which-
if a police raid does
Is there-
happen. We have Miss Raven who gave us the locations out in the main hollow to fortify for sniping positions, which has been fantastic. And you've, along with everyone else, have been moving reinforced metal in those key locations. Once we actually get the gate set up and everything, that will definitely help with that.
Yes.
Yep.
And if we can have more ways to completely disable them from entering, that will probably be best. If we can figure out ways to do that to deter them from actually trying instead of just outright shooting and killing them.
I mean, so as far as this stuff is gonna go, this is the hollow, it's hardly Fort Knox. Most of what's gonna keep the police off our back is just not fucking around and finding out. Just don't give them a reason, and you'll be fine.
They already have a reason, and it's a pretty big one.
They do not. If they did, they would have busted their ass inside here. Because it's pretty obvious we're
They don't know
fortifying.
it's
We're
here
plugging the
yet.
holes up.
That's the
Can you
point.
give me a
What
chance to
reason-
speak
what
instead of
reason are you
butting
saying
in
they
with
have?
every sentence?
What reason do you say
Does
they
he know
have?
about the
Shit?
situation, Raven? About Lono?
Yeah,
I do
look
not
at
think
this.
so.
Oh no.
One moment.
Lono was
Let her
taken.
talk.
Ah,
Raven, speak.
Yeah, so looking for Lono. Apparently Victor got to her. But I like to believe that Victor has it under control. He has kept them at bay for... so far. He's just informed us that they're looking for us. Who knows how long they've been looking for us? They might have been looking for us for weeks, maybe months, and he's kept them at bay. We need to focus
Okay,
on what they're
well-
telling us to do.
It's not on us to think about that then.
Is he's the
Victor
one
can
who
handle
warned
the
us.
back end. We just need to not do stupid shit. We just
Then
need
why-
to not do stupid shit to cause that to happen, you know? No shootings,
Why did
no
Victor
anything that aren't
let
pre-approved.
us know then. Because Victor warned us
He's
of
a
about
that.
what?
whisperer.
The police.
Victor likes to play around.
I mean,
He just wants to
look,
work on the edge.
I don't know what kind of fucking high-end politics whoever this person is trying to play with, but honestly, we don't need to fucking care about that right now. If you let us know and we're seeing police at our door, all we need to do is just wait. And it's fully understandable if you want to go into panic mode when you see the police. I mean, I do as well. We used to do it before, but if they don't have a warrant right now, then they're looking elsewhere. When they get to our door, that's when we can start worrying. I mean, we're already fortifying for that. We're doing as much as we can, but all we can do now is sit back, give a fucking smile and a wave, and know that they ain't gonna search us.
There are two things that is wrong with that. One, we are all criminals here, which will give them enough reason to hunt us down. And two, the majority of the police in Saphira City are corrupt. I don't think
That's the
those
reason why
words...
they haven't knocked on our door already.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they
If
haven't
they
knocked on
don't
the door
have-
because they don't know which door to knock.
Y'all
If they don't have
Exactly
clear,
what I'm fucking
precise
saying, man.
evidence, then they can't arrest us. Or well, they could, but they wouldn't be able to actually prosecute us. They need
I mean,
evidence.
that's...
If they're
Well,
corrupt,
that's
I
the
don't
problem.
think they would care too much about that.
Okay.
Indeed.
No plant evidence.
You'll
don't
need to
got
calm
evidence.
down for 1 second.
Oh,
Okay.
we're calm.
I am
Mm-hmm.
completely
The
Just planning.
police are currently not fucking with us because of a deal that Delhi has made. We know that previously because of something Toku told us. If that is changing, then we will be informed. The police, maybe the not so corrupt side, is trying to find us, but Lono's gone missing. That's not our problem. If Victor's taken her, that's Victor's problem.
King Victor
He
warned,
warned us.
though.
Stop interrupting. That's the one warning I'm going to give, because I kind of want this conversation to end sooner than later. Victor did give us a warning. That's true. He gives a warning because they're looking around this area. They're not going to fuck with us. The second they fuck with us, deal's off, we fuck with them.
Yep.
We are
That's a good
safe.
point.
They come around, smile, wave, don't even talk to them. Carry on. Because they can't do shit at the moment. Because if they fuck up, we have all right to do what we want to do. But if we fuck up, they have all right to do what they want to do.
We took a fucking police base. They haven't done shit. You think they're gonna do that now because we're
No.
dressed in green?
Yes. Also, good point, which is it's a police base that the Tigers took, that we've now taken.
Same point. It's still their territory.
The police aren't
Either
going
way.
to do shit unless we give them a reason to.
Either way, as far as the police are concerned, they remain as a concern and nothing more. They're not a reason to sound the fucking alarms. They're not some big meanie that's gonna go down there. You know what it is? The fucking tigers. They're the ones that are taking our territory, and while we're in a bit of a stalemate right now, we need to do something about it. And I'm sure if we pulled Slick in here, he'd agree just as much. Because honestly, when's the last time y'all have had a shootout with a fucking police officer? And when's the last time you've had a shootout with a tiger? Very fucking recently. Yeah. So,
Let's just ask Slick.
that's the way it is right now.
Just to
Alright.
make sure that things are clear. I do believe that no one here is completely worried about the police. It's more or less a precaution, making sure that we've got all our plans out beforehand before it needs to be something that happens lickety split. We've got ideas before problems actually arise, if they do.
In that case, we could
Indeed.
just
And
designate
what's
people to do certain things. Divide our forces. We have enough people now to be able to do that.
indeed? And the other thing is, we should definitely still continue to prep just in case the tigers do coming knocking on our door, since apparently they know where we're at.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah,
That's
about
another
that.
major thing.
Yeah, speaking of which, we were mentioning, how do they know where we are? Does anybody know?
I do not
This
know,
is very resourceful.
but that doesn't change the
Well-
fact that we still have to prepare for that.
Yes.
Could have most likely been tipped off by a next whisper. There's plenty of possibilities.
Didn't we bring Biker here? We had his helmet for a
No.
while. Maybe there's a tracker in it.
Well, we brought
We
his
did.
helmet and his phone. That's plausible.
He
for
was
tracking.
here, actually.
Not
He was
Yeah,
here?
he did.
Indeed,
Sat
he
him
was
down in the lobby for a
blindfolded
bit.
and
Really?
bound, but he was actually here. For like 2
Hmm.
minutes before they took him away again.
then we were probably
That's a
trapped by that.
possibility.
That's
Why was he
unfortunate.
brought here? Why isn't he just left at the station?
Strange.
I do not know. Talk
Strange.
He wanted
to strange.
Interesting.
Of course, strange.
Interesting if that was the reason they allowed their base to be taken. Who knows?
Unfortunate.
That is a very interesting idea, actually. Let the
He
base
should
be
have broke more
taken.
than his hand, then King. Made it a bit more worthwhile.
Just snapped his neck.
Don't know who the fuck you
Are we
are, but
killing
I'm
him?
gonna assume that you're
Ready
with
to
us. If
shoot?
not, then I might need to
Paralyze
beat
him.
your ass.
That's Jay.
That is Jay. He's
Copy.
with us.
What's up?
Pleasure to meet you. Name's Crunch.
Regardless.
Pleasure.
Yeah, he does have.
It doesn't matter
Walking
who's at
away.
our front door. It's just the fact there are multiple potentials for them to be at our front
Preparing
door.
the base is our priority. There we go.
Indeed.
I think worrying about ourselves is probably for the best, rather than
Yes.
worrying about others. They're not our problems yet, and when they are, we'll deal with them.
Tigers attack us, we'll attack back. If the cops show up, they can't do shit. Don't give them a reason, and they can't do anything. If they give us a reason, then we've just entered a whole new ballpark.
Indeed.
What's the next plan for the Hollow?
Next plan?
Hmm?
What's the next room that we're digging out?
Mr. King is digging out the basement, and it's almost done, I've heard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, basically finished.
Right. Otherwise, we should be getting the workshop up and running, and the storehouse actually filled with all of our equipment. It's just actually getting everything in
Thank
set
God.
places.
Yeah, the first floor is already dug out, and it's just a matter of setting the rooms up to do what we need them to do.
Indeed.
Okay, that's good. With the workshop up, I
Nice.
should be able to get our network online, along with a honeypot that should effectively take us off the map from any hackers, any kind of intrusions through there, including police scanners.
Thankfully, I've been clearing out this base long before a majority of you showed up. So this base
Base was already on the verge of being ready to be renovated.
Good.
Perfect.
I don't think I could
Yes, that-
stand sleeping in that, the thing where the fluorescent lights were like 50 feet in the air.
Yes, we have converted that back to other projects. Actually rebuilt, or at least covered up the holes and second collapsed floor in there, so it actually is no longer vaulted. But yes, it should be the garage as well, and the gym that we have all set up.
I've been trying to help it up.
Jim, hold the fuck on. Where's
I
that at?
put up some
Indeed, Miss
posters.
Carol has been
Coming
working
soon.
Interesting, that.
quite a bit.
Sounds like fun.
coming soon.
Would make it Sally feel more homely with the posters.
Indeed. Once you get Miss Jackie in here and pretty much, how do I say this? Drawing her artwork all over the walls. Give it more color, more pop. Less
Live in the place.
Been
up
working on
bright.
it.
Indeed. That should be clear very soon.
Hmm.
But yes, as from the original starting point of this topic, I do need the serums from tigers whenever we encounter them, as well as the bigger equipment for probably medical and for my lab. If you're out and about, or if any of you actually get to go to the black market.
As far as I'm aware, the black market passes have yet to been handed out. Toku was meant to do it before he leaves, but he was meant to do a lot of things before he left, actually. It's kind of
I
a
don't
spur of the
expect some
moment.
FedEx to be welcome.
Sounds slick now then.
Indeed.
Slick knew about it because we used to go there, but then he closed down. And since then, the place has been abandoned wherever they were before. They probably moved.
Right.
Whereabouts? I have no idea.
He's the boss now. He'd be able to find out. Plenty of people to
Depends.
ask.
Indeed.
Asking for passes, I don't think it would be so easy to find.
Find the location, I guess.
Right.
Well, I think looking at those target outposts I found would be our first priority, really. There's two
Either
of
way,
them.
My priority, that's the job.
I might take my leave for
Right
now.
away.
Alright.
If there's anything anyone
Well-
needs from me or whatever.
Okay. But yes, Miss Raven, you were
I'm
saying
fine.
something about some sort of outposts? I overheard?
Yeah. Two target outposts I found about 2 weeks ago. Just haven't got around to checking them out again. With everything that's going on, it's been a bit
See you
difficult.
around, King.
Take it.
Right.
Bye, King.
Do you know anything about
Well-
those two outposts?
Small. Nothing too large, but there's two of them. Don't really know much about it. Just quickly jotted down their whereabouts and would come back to them another day. I plan to have the scouting team split up into two groups. I believe there's 6 members now, so be 3 for each.
That'll be perfect. definitely compile a list of all of our members. I know Mr. Flint has been doing that, and it's been quite handy.
Mm.
So yes, that would be fantastic. We can actually start taking back the city.
I'm gonna take a walk.
See you, Carol.
All right.
I mean, if there's any 5 scouts,
That's my fault.
it'll be 3 on one team and myself and someone else in another team.
Of course.
Because you're one of the senior members of the scout team, you'll be leading the second team.
All right. Easy enough. Just point me towards one of those bases. Whichever one you don't want.
Yeah, I'll be sure to give you details closer to the date.
Perfect. Also, I should have
Sooner the better, I guess.
said this
since, they
topic
just
before.
pulled out half their
Carol.
forces.
Oh,
Capitalize
yeah,
on
yeah.
Just need
momentum.
to be on guard though.
We do need to start
We-
setting up our laptops together.
Oh, well, that's true as well. But I did actually ask some people for help with the environmental research facility. So we have a couple of people for that. That's why I didn't mention it, because we already have that underway. Have a couple of
Perfect.
helping hands.
That would be a great help then. But yes, so we have that plan for when the scouting, we have the environmental research. I have the lab that I need
Logical
to set up
research pond.
for our... Yes, should be a fairly productive day. It's just I want to figure out more about this research that the Fallen have been doing.
Yeah, that
I'll
sounds super
definitely
interesting.
create
That
something.
sounded super interesting.
Couldn't be
I'll
too much.
definitely greatly increase my findings and probably kickstart with what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Why the Fallen are so interested in rats, I'll never know.
There's probably less to do about interest and more. There's plenty of them.
They are perfect sources for testing, hence the name lab rat. It makes sense.
Rat bomb seems like a weird one, but okay.
That does sound rather exotic for sure.
Terrorists, what can you expect from them?
We'll just have
Good point.
our own test subjects.
They
We
must have had some pretty big rats to blow up a building like that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
You
know.
have plants, you also have frogs. You
Mhm.
can test the serum on those, I imagine.
Well, I fear that what next may be a rat nuke.
Grab a bunch of them together.
Yeah.
Drop it on this Marlow
Not to
City.
mention, I
But
think
Perfect target
frogs
for it.
and plants might actually be better.
Yeah.
So, well, actually, I'm not sure. Because they tested on rats. Rats are mammals, but frogs are
And apparently it-
amphibians.
turned into a rat hook. But yes, no.
wouldn't it be cool if it worked though?
I was talking to Mr. Toku about perhaps creating a very own Seymour. Now that would be funny.
A very young Seymour. Come again?
Seymour is a reference to a very old plant in a movie a long time ago.
Feed me,
Oh, I
Seymour.
see.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe the movie is called Little Shop of Horrors. There was a
That's it.
plant
So
in there
many
that was
people
able
here.
to.
Was able to what?
You were saying?
I was gonna say that a lot of people here know a lot about these old movies. You know, things that are
I've got
Oh.
100 years
I've
of
got a whole
age.
bunch of VHS movies and tapes and shit. If you would like some, gonna have to find a player for it. But
Sure, but most of my time is spent just making sure the perimeter is safe and scouting and finding information, so I don't think I'd have the time for it. But I appreciate the offer.
It's good to know about the, I guess it wouldn't pop culture, would it? Older culture and references that are made quite frequently.
Oh, it sounds like you and Rocket will get along then. Rocket talks about.
It makes
loads of,
sense. A lot of movies and video games have been remade so many times already, it's kind of hard to get new ideas.
Yes, like Sonic
Well,
the
Nothing's
Hedgehog
eventually gonna work,
5008.
is it?
The re-
Exactly.
remake.
Yes,
like
that is.
Skyrim 2420 edition.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that is a good point. Oh, yes. Since you're here, Miss Carroll, by any chance, do you have any sort of laptop or tablet of any sort?
Variant of the Pokemon movie.
I have a phone,
That is fair.
but that's about
Right,
it.
we should definitely get you access to one. Just so when we do our research together, we can actually compare notes when we're not at home base or anything of the like.
Flick today.
That seems like a good idea.
What was
Where's
that?
Slick?
So far, all I have is
Where
my
is Flick
journal.
today?
It's where I keep my recipes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that seems to be one of the-
carrying stuff.
Right, we'll definitely
Yeah.
get you something then. I'm pretty sure
Seems like
Mr.
Wednesdays
Gill
or,
has
uh,
a spare computer I think he's acquired that you can use for
seems
now
like
until we can get
Tuesdays
you your
don't really
laptop.
tend to show up too often.
Okay.
True.
Perfect. But yes,
Understandable, really, but
other than that, I believe.
A lot to talk with him about.
yeah.
Indeed.
Meetings.
He's gonna have a lot of them, I get the feeling. All of this.
He's taking up Toku's mantle. Toku's constantly asked questions as he
Exactly.
came in.
Well, he's taking up Toku's mantle
What's
without
going
even
on,
being
boss man?
prepared for Toku's mantle.
Did you hear?
Yeah, I agree.
Not completely,
He got a
no.
promotion.
The sooner he gets
Toku got a
more
Oh,
promotion.
shit.
people
He's
to
on the
assist him,
Delhi's
the better.
council now.
But he's
Right.
this time. I guess he's waiting to heal.
So he hasn't picked yet, I assume.
Real big leagues. Like really big leagues.
Right.
You know, I'd say that I'm proud of him, but
Well then,
Well, that's why Strange has been around so much recently.
if that's
so
the case, we should definitely
interested
try
in him.
to.
he
help
was,
the load, then.
handling that whole process.
That would probably be best until he gets situated and is able to
unfortunate.
Yeah,
effectively.
I'm trying my best.
Hmm.
Not too
Reconnaissance
sure how I'm
and
feeling about these
information gathering
councilmen
is something
for
I can
Delhi
do
at the
good at.
moment.
I'm trying to
Indeed.
keep abreast of it.
At least
but there's
one of
a lot to do.
ours is up there now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, Miss
Just
Carol.
have to see how well he tends to keep himself.
Would you be able to, as per the message a week ago, I think it's been
He
out,
doesn't
would you
care
be able to
about the,
procure a
little folk
species
down here.
of frog that will actually be able to
be
grow in a
gonna be too
relative
busy
short time so we
getting
can
grapes fed
potentially
to him by half-naked women?
have them be our test subjects
Probably.
if the Fallen have their
Basically
rats?
how Victor described it.
I know you would
Well,
feed
it
the
depends
low.
on the type of frog.
Scum of Lower Zephyr.
I'm sure we
blah,
could
blah,
try and
blah.
find something.
Wasn't exactly pleasant.
Indeed.
Okay.
I believe you would probably be the best one for this then, since you know your
And
frogs.
He's not pleasant about the
Understood.
gang, and he's the owner
I'll
of
look
this
Perfect.
cat lot, yeah.
Very well.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Leave it with us.
I'll look through my
Left the
Why the-
camp
amphibian
it's sort of,
fact book.
it's
See if I can
a
find one that might
proxy
be
for him.
good.
Goes where he wants to be.
Wonderful.
Apparently he can, like see
The
through
problem
it.
is
definitely
trying to
be
find
through it
something
and
that would
stuff.
be in the area.
So basically, when
Right.
it's somewhere, he
You could probably find
That's
some sort of
always trouble.
species in the black market or something.
and weirdly he
They might have some there because
refers
I'm.
to it as his daughter.
It is a black market after all. They should have some
Right.
exotic
This
species.
guy is making me
Who
more
knows? They
and
might
more-
even have a super frog of sorts.
Yeah.
As long as you can at least get
Super frog?
multiple of the same
boy.
species.
Buff frog.
Particularly if they have
Are we
both
about
a
to
male
get
and
Teenage
female.
Mutant Ninja Hermit?
Right.
I guess so. That's
Shouldn't be too hard to
terrifying.
find.
4 would
is, yes.
probably be best if you're looking to have an active reproductive spree.
Duly noted. We'll
Go
definitely
around
look
and
for
see if
4
there's anything
then.
I haven't seen
2
yet.
male, 2 female.
Yeah. I think the only other thing that's open is the med wing.
Well,
As for plants, I mean, I
we
could
got this room
probably.
right here.
Growing fast. This is probably not going to be an issue.
Right
Um,
door when you enter.
The question would be what sort of test subject we want first, rather
Now
than
he's got the right colors on.
and more of a problem of too much selection rather than too little.
You were looking a lot like
Yeah,
a
there it
fallen
is.
when you
Right.
walked in
We
because
should
it was
probably
just
find
black
something
and then
more,
some white. I was worried.
not
Kinda
too
worried
fast
because
growing,
of-
because that would potentially cause the full
Especially if you haven't seen
plant to
it before.
overgrow rather quickly, if we are pertaining to
Nice.
What was that?
fiction in this matter, since we have no idea what we're doing with. Do you have any ideas, Miss Carroll?
It's like
I'm sure.
maybe go
The
with
only
like
thing I can think of
There's more on the
is maybe something that can stay together. Something resilient.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about plants.
What about a
maybe-
water
Check
lily?
out this med bay.
We'll definitely be needing
Right,
those
we
for
do-
the ecological sites.
Yes, we do need to obtain those anyway. I suppose that could be. Ooh. Have you seen those water lilies that have like the thorns that kill all the other plants in the area? Those are cool.
If you want to do some research on that, then we can definitely take a look at that. Possibly also want to look into some sort of flower, some sort of bulbing plant. That'll work as well. We can probably start
Is this
off
for
with
the
2.
serums?
Of course.
Mm. I mean, you suggested, someone suggested weed to make some money on the side, but maybe some medicinal plants would be great. Painkillers.
I
or
think
narcotics.
Flint has been just raiding our stash too often for us to have like a consistent supply
Mm.
to sell.
Yes, we don't really have necessarily the size that we need to actually grow
Plus,
the amount of weed that
Mm.
Mr. Flint needs. It would probably be cheaper and better for him to go out and get some, unless he wants to have some sort of plants on his own, but they need special conditions.
I've kept a couple of plants around, but honestly, I think serum research is slightly higher on the importance. We do only have limited space here.
Indeed, and it's only Mr. Flint that I know of that actually smokes the substance,
It's
so
just
it would make
about-
sense.
Is this about for Flint and more about we can sell it to other people for money? We have income then.
We don't have enough room to make a amount to sell. That's what we're trying to say. We don't even probably have enough room for
Yeah.
Mr. Flint's stash that we have.
Oh, I see. I understand what you mean now.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Well, yeah. We'll
Although trying to
absolutely
find-
need lilies, so those will.
Some kind of small scheme for making quick cash might be a great idea.
Actually, wait, lilies are the perfect test subject. Because on the off chance that something did go wrong, they're aquatic. And while
That is a good point.
they certainly
They'll
won't
need
have
water to
enough of that.
survive.
What if the serum mutates them to make them a little bit less dependent on water? I mean,
Hmm.
the Hulks, they get mass out of nowhere.
That's
And
true.
that is another good point. That they
You never know
somehow
what that
acquire.
stuff could do. Especially if it brought something back from the dead.
That is a very good point.
Hmm.
Definitely need to experiment on either plants or animals before we do on humans.
Hmm.
Human
the only
testing will
other
be more
variety-
about when we're on the field. And when we see a Hulk, we can potentially deploy the cure that we've developed.
Hmm.
When we get to that, that's probably going to be months from now.
Right, so then settled then. I'll if you're going to be looking for ingredients, I think I'll probably focus on the lilies then instead of the nightshade. Since he'll probably have that covered. And we do need the lilies, and they can double as our first test subject.
Look, they're bulbs. That's how they grow, right?
Hmm?
Let's see. Is it seeds or bulbs? With lotus.
Oh, we'll do the
That's a question for
research.
you.
I've never done I've never done aquaculture before. I've certainly done a lot of gardening, but I'm sure it's not too different.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna plan to head out. Is there any more questions you have for me before I leave?
Not at the moment, no. But I'll give you a call if I do.
Yeah, please do. You have my number after all. And it's gonna be
I do.
watching King work out. Make sure he has a buddy. Because he tends to do a lot of running around the block, amongst other things.
Right. Oh,
I saw him pass through the door
Yeah,
onto
he's
the
already
main
left.
hall.
I'm gonna probably catch up with him.
Okay.
alright.
Let me get some ammo quickly. and head out.
Yeah, we'll eventually need to look for some taller tables. These are short even for me. Or maybe is it the stools that are tall?
Well, they are stools, so I would assume that even my feet
They're-
don't actually touch the ground.
They're
so-
perfect for over here. But
Hmm.
Our stools tend to be taller than they need to be. Since walls are bars are bigger.
Indeed. I'll definitely take a look out and see what we can do, and perhaps we can even just stack some planks or something underneath the table to increase the heights. You know, there's plenty of spare books.
sure thing. Certainly a lot of
Everyone's
mysteries.
getting up, eh?
Certainly a lot of
That
mysteries
is
to
true,
tackle.
there's-
I will just
Yes,
We've
that is
got
very a lot
our-
of new information.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Where is my card?
Well, I will tackle the mystery of the rats, or rather, non-human serum stuff. But
Right.
I'm sure the others will figure the other stuff out. Or we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
As interesting as that might be.
You'll work on it.
Right. I think today was a very productive day. We've learned so much that apparently people have already known that haven't been told to us. That's been rather concerning, actually. Don't know about you, but I don't know if how many things they aren't telling us.
I'm sure there's lots we don't know, and lots that people won't tell us. But maybe there's some things that are better off not knowing.
Perhaps.
Might be useful to ask the boss to catch
Information can be
those of us who are new up on past events. Might have been
Indeed.
easier when Toku was around, but
Right. And I never knew that the rumors were true about Marlow City. They have been speculating of the spread around the train for a second, but they very quickly died down.
I think what King says
Right.
makes sense. I don't see why Whispers would be sent to Tiger City. So it's probably not a Tiger City.
Then what sort of city is it?
No idea. I've never heard of that place before, so.
Yes, I don't think you probably have. There was rumors for it about a while ago, but it quickly died down.
I'm going
Hmm.
Have a good night.
Have a good one, Miss Carol.
tomorrow.
Indeed, there is.
Hmm.
Hmm. I'm just wondering what. Two other. I think the more important task that we have to deal with, though, is whoever in the Fallen is actually doing the experiments. I would love to meet them.
That would be fun. If only we didn't have to kill them. I guess we don't have to. If we don't see them, but
Honestly, I think killing him is a waste. Just my opinion, but. Okay. But I just
Yeah.
think that.
at the very least, getting whatever information they know would certainly advance our efforts.
Exactly. I think that should be our main priority. If this knowledge has been told to us, we'll definitely need to probably keep it on the down low, though, thinking about it.
Of course, of course. You see, if you have Shade threatening to snitch on us for simply waving at people, I can't see how that will ever be okayed. Something like that.
Indeed. Right. Would have to think about this and definitely do my planning and research on them. No, so what do you mean by Mr. Shade snitching, you said?
Oh yeah, the other day when we went to the meat track, there was myself, Yuffie, and Shade were there. He didn't like us waving. There was some Fallen there, and we were waving at them because, of course, you know, Toku said waving was okay, and I like waving at people. He was like, Yuffie, I'm going to tell your dad. And then we were like, that's so boring.
Right.
But it was fine. I took care of it.
Well, that's good. I don't know what you did, but thank you for taking care of it. Yes, it appears that Mr. Shade is a rather, Oh, did the kids say it's a tattletale?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Especially with our work. Definitely be careful around telling who.
And then get this. Get this. Then he left. He actually left the meat rack alone before the two of us went home. I know, right? So the only one who actually broke any rules was him. Well, see, we went in a group of 3, but unfortunately we couldn't go back in a group of 3 because he decided to go alone.
Right.
Very... Not that it's a big deal, of course. I mean, meat rack is neutral ground, but was still somewhat annoying
But still,
and boring.
it's all the way in the water district, so he... Just be careful when you're around him.
He wasn't in colors. It was fine.
But still. I just need to get access to the serums. I don't care which one. I just need some to actually start working. Hopefully I can, perhaps, if Slick doesn't pull through, I can perhaps talk to this Victor Strange. He should be able to help. I don't fully understand why it's off limits to talk to him. I understand that he referred to us as the common folk, but you can probably understand we are clearly not of that caliber. We're not petty thieves or thugs of the like. We are researchers and scientists. How's I even have a PhD?
But sounds like he's a person at least. So that's good.
Indeed, he should
I don't
be
see
understanding.
I don't see people I don't see why people are so afraid. Especially if he's friends with O'Delly.
Indeed, I understand. And apparently he's friends with Toku. Or something of the like. Because apparently they're on the council together.
Yep. Now we have
Shouldn't
3.
be afraid of him. We should just.
Now we have 3 council members who have our backs. That's like a lot more than we had before. So.
Who's the third?
Who's
Who's the third council member? I'm curious.
Or did I mishear?
Well, you said 3 council members. Who were the 3? I know Toku and Mr. Strange. Who was the third?
Is O'Delly not a council member, or did I mishear?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure O'Delly's the top one out of us. They're council members for O'Delly.
Oh. Then perhaps I misunderstood the situation.
No, that's quite understandable. And I believe
See, I don't.
Chase
that's
was one until Mr. Toku replaced him.
See, that's one of those things that would be nice if leadership cleared with us.
Yes, I knew that for my times back on the train. But yes, we'll definitely need to talk about actually updating everyone. Because...
Lots of confusion. And confusion can cause trouble.
Indeed.
And trouble can be
It
fun
will
in
cause
small
lots of
amounts. In small amounts, but there's lots of confusion, and that's no good.
Indeed, and that definitely should be brought up and dealt with. So yes, once we see Mr. Slick again, or any of his number 2 or number 3 when he picks them, we'll determine.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely needs to be a lot of changes here in the Whispers. I understand the simple tactics, but I see no need for the shotgun crew. There are more effective ways to get people to do what you want. Just surprised he hasn't used them yet, since clearly the shotgun crew has not been effective.
Well,
But you...
Well, at least they're trying.
Indeed.
Maybe they're trying the wrong thing, but effort is good.
Perhaps. It does make sense. Mr. Chase hasn't been a part of his Whisper since those started, and he knew us best, so... We'll have to see what's Slick's plan, and if Mr. Toku actually comes back.
Mm-hmm. He did say he would. I trust in the boss,
Indeed.
who is still...
Exactly.
Slick is the boss, but Toku's still the boss in my heart.
Oh yes, no, he's still the boss. He's just promoted, so he still tells us. He could still tell us what to do, but we just report to Mr. Slick. That's the only difference.
Of course.
Oh, it's still mostly the same. Yes, it's just right now I'm trying to figure out.
It's just we haven't heard anything from him in a little bit, or at least directly from him.
Indeed, it's been a week already. It seems. Actually, no, it hasn't. It's been a lot less than that. It's only been a few days. But yeah, we just need to make sure Mr. Slick can actually function without what's the word? Panicking and breaking down. He should. He's still new at this, so we definitely need to do everything we can in our power to help him along. Not to give him any worries or any things, and have perfectly logical sounding plans, and of course. So yes, the little spreadsheet that I'm thinking of. It's a sad thing Miss Kara already went to bed. But shouldn't be too hard. And I don't know if you want to lead that spreadsheet, or if actually no, I should, because I am the one leading it, of course. But I'll definitely keep you two involved in that, since
Spreadsheet for what?
the tests of ours, our experiments on the lilies and frogs.
Of course, of course.
I will need. Yes, I'll need you two present for this, because especially somebody with firepower, so I'm pretty sure Yuffie will come just for the initial reactions, just in case.
In
case we need her to have fun.
Yep.
And
well,
yes,
I do have my laptop already and set up. I mean, of course, we don't have internet yet, but
perfect.
It's already and set
I've been
up
setting one up
to document anything that we do.
I've been going to a recent local cafe here in Sophia by District 0. It's a little hole in the wall, but it actually has a quite nice tea in the mornings. That helps quite a bit to start my day, and I've been just formatting my laptop, getting everything correctly set up to how I like it. But yes, we'll definitely need to get Miss Caro her laptop. Probably ask one of the techies to do that. But yes, it is quite, Oh, there's Mr. Flint, I see. But yes, it's a quite spectacle that we'll be seeing when we just start our research. I'm quite curious, especially with the fact that there's been an exploding rat. Well, that's something.
Well, I wouldn't want my friends to explode. But we'll see what happens.
Well, yes, who knows? We might get our own PT Piranha or something of the like. That would be quite amusing. Yeah, definitely. We should definitely not have any weeds for that.
It's hard to
If
say.
that's the case,
of course, after a few tests, it might be easier to think of a plan of like what we can actually accomplish. Because right now we don't really have anything to go off of. But after a couple of tests, I'm sure we'll be pointed in the correct direction.
Right. In that case, I should definitely try to talk with, if I can, to Mr. AJ again to see who is the one in the Fallen that actually tests. Love to get to know them.
Mm-hmm.
And to figure out what they know since they have a head start on me.
Absolutely.
And I shall not be outdone.
I'd be very interested too, and my lips are sealed in that regard.
Perfect. Right, so...
We'll see if we can't figure that out.
Indeed.
I wonder what...
Let us go
even if we did learn who they are, how would we go about obtaining that information? I can't imagine they'd want to talk to us. The Fallen that I've seen always seem very hostile.
Oh, don't worry, I have ways of getting information.
Hmm.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Maybe if I wave at them enough.
Perhaps. That is a very amusing prospect to think about. You wave at them enough times, will they actually come in? Be friendly enough to tell? I doubt it, though, but who knows? Very interesting. I'll have to weigh my options. But yes. Let's head back down and actually speak with Mr. Flint.
Alright.
Wonder if we can get him his own to plant his weed in his room or something, so we don't take up any more space. And
oh no, I've kept a couple, but only a couple. Not enough.
Well, yes, we'll need to make room, so we can.
Of course.
Yes, we can probably find somewhere else to put him. We'll leave that up to him, of course. He has a place that he likes.
It is. Weed in particular is difficult because it needs very specific lighting conditions, and that's what the growing lamps are for. If you don't have those specific lighting conditions, well then the plant will just never flower. Or perhaps it will flower too soon, in which case you basically won't have anything to show for.
Indeed, we should probably talk to Mr. Flint about that then. Hello, Mr. Crunch. Is there anything we can do for you?
How you doing?
Hi.
I'm just letting you know I'm going to be going ahead and heading out for the day.
All right.
All right. Have a good night.
Regarding the news that the PD may be around the area, I'm going to go ahead and make my leave. I'm trying to get caught up.
All right. Make sure to dress in anything that doesn't have any green on you.
Well,
if you can hide it.
Green, but it ain't got the insignias, so.
Of course. You can try to.
Play colorblind, so.
Just go through the train, and it should be fine. You know, you can put on your clothes out after you're a few blocks out.
Copy. Y'all stay safe. Let me know if you need a getaway driver. I'm not sure whenever these guys decide to barge in here.
You as well. Have a good day, Mr. Crunch.
Bye.
Right, so let us go find him, actually.
Oh, and as a note, we did fix the ladders. You can. Boop.
Copy.
Yeah, you don't have to jump. And I see him on the toilet.
Hi.
Good to see you, Mr. Flint.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Quick.
Good as ever.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I just have a couple things to discuss, mostly in terms of the weed plant that Miss Foxglove has been growing. Well, we're going to be needing to move it to another location. So, is there any particular location, like your next to your bed or some sort? Because we'll definitely need to get some sort of setup for it if we do get it, but we can't keep it in the room with the other projects
Yeah,
anymore.
sorry about that. Unfortunately, we're starting up research, so there probably won't be enough room for like a whole room for those anymore.
I really don't care. Put it wherever it fits. I don't have a preference.
Next to your bed it is then.
All right. Yes, we'll just. If you would be able to probably secure a sun lamp for it, that would probably be best. Since we need it in specific conditions. Yes, thank you for that then. And we'll leave you back to your thoughts.
Yep.
Hmm.
Hi.
But yes, Miss Jackie definitely needs to do her work in this room. I do like the clean look, but feels like there's something a little missing, you know?
Yeah, a little bit of spice. You know, it can have some. You know, honestly, this room could.
Look, right?
Honestly, this room could use some plants too, or just some other decorations. There's a lot of empty space.
Indeed. Any thoughts?
Hmm.
What's the idea here?
We are redecorating.
Yes, us two, along with Miss Caro, have been helping get this place all sorted. Either through redecoration or actually fixing up the place, along with whoever else is able to help with their skill sets. Any input is invaluable.
Any plans to make a recreational area at least? Someplace nice, open.
Well,
Funny that you mentioned that. We do have something in the works, but we can't say it because it's not done yet. If you're willing to help out with the construction of that, Miss Foxglove here would greatly appreciate it.
absolutely.
Well, if you need something moved around, I can help.
Well, we will need it. We'll need quite a lot of moving. That is true. I think Greg already
Indeed.
offered to help, but you know, many hands make light work. So It'll involve a bit of digging.
Indeed.
Can you do digging?
Of course. Any other assistance you need, I would be glad to help out.
Indeed. Actually, would you, you said you were a courier once, right? Or was that somebody else?
That was me, indeed.
Right, actually, I might need your services in the future.
Hmm.
I need you to pick
Depends on the
something up for
job.
me. It'd be something small. I just need something from my previous workplace. Shouldn't be too difficult to get. It's in a locker, but I have the combination for you unless they changed it on me. We can get you a pair of bolt cutters for that.
But it shouldn't be too hard to get.
Will I be let in? Do I need to break in? Is it abandoned?
Should be.
Easily able to get to. It is a public area. You just have to.
It's more like a mailbox, if anything.
It's, you know, those very old, yeah, it's outside of the facility. It's,
Hmm.
no one usually touches it since it's very decent foot traffic, but if I give you the combination and if you dress in one of my old coats, you shouldn't even need to do anything, you just need to pick it up for me.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
You already will look the part with the coat and everything.
Hmm.
But yes, I do need it, USB drive.
Copy that.
Perfect.
I'll head out whenever I get my gear together.
I'll send you the details when
You're
you're
ready for them.
Hmm.
I don't need it this week or anytime soon. It's just I'll need it eventually.
And people there know my face, so can't really step foot around that.
Speaking of which, would any of you like any takeout?
Ooh, you. Oh, right. I saw your messages. Yes, absolutely.
Indeed. That would be lovely. I will definitely take some in a little bit.
I still have a
I
couple
don't know.
more boxes left in the fridge. Just don't touch the one with Jester's name on it, or well, it's not my fault.
Well, of course.
Of course, don't worry about that. I'll definitely take some from the other container then. But yes, that should be it for that. But yeah, we'll definitely need to spruce up this place. And is there anything you would like moved into your room, quote unquote, that you need? Any personal belongings that you have, so we can make sure not to accidentally take it out?
I mean, other than like gear being stashed in there.
All right.
Don't
Very
touch
much.
my hoodies because I actually need them.
Oh no, don't worry. We won't touch personal things. It was just more of the sentimental items, like a picture frame or something of the like.
I don't have anything like that, sadly.
All right. Well then, I think with that,
I do believe that they're. I really wish Slick was here. Didn't know that their run would be taking so long. Thought it'd be over by now, but apparently not. So I might actually be hitting the hay, so to speak.
does a shirt a shame.
Hmm.
I'll probably
Yeah,
just
it is
steal
getting a
Liz
bit late.
around and tuck her in.
Yes, good luck with your.
Whatever jobs you have, and send me the details when the time is right.
Gotcha.
Have a good one. And have a good one, you too, Miss
Sockskull, I will be
Thank you.
heading back to my dorm.
I'm going to eat and then probably head out myself as well. Speaking of which, how does this work? Ooh. This is nice. Works quite well, actually.
Care, but they're gonna
Hello.
want to.
I have an opportunity for you.
And then it's gonna be on us.
Ugh. Why have so many lunatics joined recently?
I learned so
Like, we
much
suddenly
info
just-
today.
Yeah,
This
you're
has been a
telling
great
me.
Ah,
day.
yes. Yes. Lots of info. Hello.
Oh
If you're
boy.
wondering why I'm up here, it's
Hello?
because this is the height of the bed.
So, look, even if like Odeli says, like we're gonna kill a few whisperers because they fucked up again, when Toku says no, don't do that, he's gonna be on a trial again because Toku needs to be in good with Odeli. He doesn't need to be good with us. I
Yeah.
know. He
He
needs
does
to
if he ever
play
wants
the
to get
bad
us
guy.
to kill Odeli, though. Which is his
No.
overall
it's-
goal.
But this isn't
What?
the
Who's
case.
to say that he wants us
That
to do
Amalo.
that?
Because at the moment he has loyalists of sorts, people he can actually use to do that, if he can get a shot.
Yeah,
But that's further down the line, much further down the line.
I'm gonna be real.
gonna
Do
die.
you not
Toku's
see that
losing
you're
loyalists.
like? Do you not see that you're currently, instead of trying to talk to us, you're arguing with everyone? Where everyone is trying to inform you of something going on, and you're literally saying, "No, I know more than you." When a lot of us actually know the plot points of much further down the line.
That's the thing, you're trying to argue.
But then why are you
trying
arguing?
to argue my character motives of, you're doing this, you're doing that, right? I'm like,
No,
Yes,
all I
I know
said
this
was
stuff is happening,
you
but-
fucked a lot of people in the future. All I fucking said.
potentially, because we don't actually know how that will pan out, because we don't know how the mission's going to go yet. That's the one
Even
thing,
if
we're
the
making a lot of
mission's a
assumptions at
Who
this
all,
point.
is, who all is going on the
Even
mission?
if the mission-
Debate team.
We have no idea. We don't even know.
Actually.
We don't even know if any of the Hollow is actually
Yeah,
going on the
it
mission.
shows.
That's the
By
key
the
point.
way,